Here is a beautiful building that has seen an incredible transformation over the last few years. It was built around 1840 and still has the original antique glass windows framing the front entry. The inside has been completely gutted and rebuilt with meticulous care and attention to detail. We came onto the project when the business owner was ready to address the window coverings. There were several issues to consider. First, the original display windows were going to stay in place, so this meant that the treatments needed to include insulating qualities to address the extremes in weather that we experience here in New England. Secondly, we needed to consider the amount of sunlight that was filtering into the building as it faces east and receives an abundance of sun throughout the day. The last thing was that the second floor of the building had been restored and had two smaller windows that were also in need of treatments. This space did not have the same sun and temperature concerns, so we were able to look at a more decorative solution there. This is where our tour will begin. The business owner wanted some simple top treatments to decorate the space without blocking the views or the flow of natural sunlight. She had chosen nature-inspired lighting that included wreaths of grass and wheat fashioned in the metal. When we found a decorative fabric that included embroidered dragonflies, she was thrilled, as she had a special affinity for them, and the pattern certainly tied the room together perfectly. To continue the nature theme, branches from silver birch trees were brought in and used as the curtain rods for these simple swags. The result was magical. The color of the fabric set off the color of the side walls and really popped against the light grain of the newly installed wooden walls. Another example of how the small details can make such a big difference in a design. Now back to the display windows. The design that was chosen was one that created 4 moving panels that glide along 2 separate tracks. This would allow a lot of flexibility with the storefront displays, provide the required insulating qualities needed, and a layer of security that could be closed up at the end of the day. The panels were constructed by a local woodworker who created basic frames for one side of the panels and frames with square lattice on the other side. Sandwiched between the frames were 3 layers of fabric. The fabric facing the outside was a heavy-duty, sun-resistant gold tone, while the fabric on the interior side was a decorative fabric with a vine and leaf pattern. In between the two was a layer of insulating fabric. The final touches with the fabrics came in the form of awning-inspired striped valances that framed the top of the windows. They were also constructed from sun-resistant fabrics and complement the exterior color of the building while adding a 3-dimensional layer to the design. The sliding panels offer many options for displaying not only what's in the windows in a variety of ways, but what's on the inside of the storefront as well. There's also plenty of room to get in and out of the display areas to switch out products as needed. This window treatment solution was a challenge because it required us to address many issues in one small space, but with a lot of creativity and some ingenuity, it all came together beautifully in the end.